Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Alright, hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Alright, lately if you check Twitter or the global headlines, you would see that this guy, Parag Agrawal, is now the new Chief Executive Officer of Twitter. Okay? And the internet or the Twitterverse is going crazy, and you had Elon Musk tweeting, "Wow, USA is benefiting from Indians," and then people were also taking a lot of pride in saying, the top positions are being held by Indians, and then you have Indians who themselves are saying that this is a proud moment for Indians. I'm an Indian and we have Indians there. So it makes, I've seen on Facebook itself, people say, my heart swells with pride because I'm an Indian and we have an Indian, who's at the helm of some of the most powerful companies. In fact, I did a little bit of searching. You have Parag Agrawal, who is the new Chief Executive Officer of Twitter. You have Sundar Pichai, who is born Tamil Nadu, and he is now the CEO of Microsoft. Arvind Krishna, who is, joined IBM. Then Shantanu Narayan from Hyderabad, who is with the CEO of Adobe. Then you have Nikesh Arora, Palo Alto Networks, who has the CEO from 2018. Jayshree Ulal, billionaire businesswoman, who is president and CEO of Arista Networks, a cloud networking major. Then Anjali Sud, who is the CEO of Vimeo. And then you also have, you have Sundar Pichai, who is Google CEO. I made a mistake. Sundar Pichai, Google CEO. Satya Nadella is for Microsoft. Okay, I must have made a mistake. So you have Parag Agrawal, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, Arvind Krishna, Shantanu Narayan, Nikesh Arora, Jayshree Ulal, Anjali Sud. Okay. Now you have eight people. So what is my problem? I really, even in as much as like you see, wow, India is taking over the world and all that, I have a problem. And so the question, what is the problem? And I'll tell you what exactly is the problem that I have. The question that none of the Indians are asking, or they should be asking, is, why is it all the talented, smart, game-changing individuals choose to leave India and join another country, join another company, but not in India? In fact, the bigger question that I want to ask you is, what changes can be made in India if the best of the best keep leaving? Like, see, for example, consider me. I'm not saying I'm a very talented Indian. I'm amazing. I'm a normal Indian, just like you and me, same. But I chose not to go back to India. I was born, even though I was born in Bombay, I was born in, now they call it Mumbai, but from a very small age, I can't even remember. I don't have any memories of India. I remember UAE. Okay, I was in Dubai. And when time came for me to leave Dubai, I chose not to go to India. Even though I had visited the place, now, is it because India is an evil place? Oh, India is so bad. Is it because India is so backward? Or no, India has changed a lot over the last many years. You can give maybe credit to the BJP, or you can give credit to the opening up of the economy, whatever. India has changed a lot. So what is the reason? I'm pretty sure if we dig a little deep, we can get plenty of reasons, from superstition to Indian politics to the Indian mentality. It never ends. We can keep talking about it. Okay. Now that is one. But I think we need to have this conversation. We need to have this and not ignore it. why is it the best talent of India, the brightest minds, the people who can change the world, from Indra Nooyi to all these other people, why do they choose to leave India? Okay, I think we need to have this conversation. And how do you expect anything worthwhile happening in India if the best of the best choose to leave? I see so many Indians who are so proud. Oh, this person in Canada who is occupying the parliament, oh, she's Indian origin. Oh, this person in Dubai who's a multi-billionaire, he's of Indian origin. Oh, this person in USA, oh, he's of Indian. But guess what? They have chosen to leave India. And these, these people who we are talking about, they have ditched the Indian citizenship. They have accepted the citizenship of another country. They are now American citizens or Canadian citizens. They are no longer Indian citizens. And the future generation is going to be American or Canadian or whatever. Doesn't that bother Indians? See, this is where cherry picking takes place. Indian, oh, Indian, Indian. When Kamala Harris became the vice president, okay, by luck or whatever, she's an American citizen. But instead of identifying her as, her mother was Indian and she, India. This is the stupidity. In fact, it kind of reminds me, when I was small, or rather when I was with my parents, this was a typical Indian mentality as if I would do something nice or I would do something good, my son, oh, my father and mother would fight. My son, oh, after all, my son, no, because my love or my brains or whatever. But if I would make a mistake or if I would do something wrong, she, what is this? Yeah, you're behaving like that. They would not associate with me. And this continued even during my work life, during my school days. Forget school days, during my work life. I was member of these, it's called a Toastmasters Club, which is into public speaking. It's a non-profit organization. When I would win medals and trophies, you see the orange boxes up there. I have around, 15, 20 of these. In each one of them are trophies, so big trophies. I have around 800 trophies, awards, certificates. I've just dumped them in the boxes because they catch dust. Now, whenever I would win a trophy for giving an amazing speech or getting an award, a lot of these awards, the members of these clubs, the presidents, they would say, Loy is our member. Loy will always be at heart, our club member, our representative, this. They would take a lot of pride in associating with me. But when I would make a mistake or when I would, because those days I was a playboy, I would have a girlfriend or I had an affair or I would, something scandalous, they would never associate with me. They would never say, Loy is our member. They would just say, he's a gone case, he's a this, he's a that. This is a typical problem that we have with our Indians. When you are successful, when you're rich, when you're big, India. But when you commit a mistake, when you fail, when you do something bad, nobody wants to associate. Even in cricket, you can see that in cricket. When India wins, India, bleed, blue, India. But when they fail, they forget disassociating. They even threaten. We have that case of this guy from IIT, IIMs or something. He gave rape threats to a 10-month-old baby of Virat Kohli. I mean, that is the mentality. Now, I'm not saying all Indians are like this, but this is a reality. Now, let's not act like it doesn't exist. The mistake you can do is be a typical nationalist and say, no, rape happens everywhere, even in India. So, it's not a big deal. Oh, racism happens everywhere. Oh, it's not a big deal. No, we need to identify and stop cherry picking. Because rape happens in USA, because rape happens in, let's say, Africa, oh, it's justified here. No, we must take some amount of accountability. I have these WhatsApp groups where no matter what you tell them rape, okay, this small girl got raped. Oh, so what? Rape happens in this country, that country. If you tell them, okay, there is racism. Oh, what do you mean racism only in this? Racism happens there. And for anything, instead of focusing on, we have a problem, We need to figure out a solution instead of acknowledging even the fact that we have a problem. Oh, what about Pakistan? Pakistan is this, Pakistan is that, Muslims are this. Come on, man. And one last thing, okay? Fine, we have these people who are occupying positions of power. But have you ever thought about the fact, the percentage? If you actually check this, there's nothing to feel proud about. And I'll explain to you what I mean. Let's assume there is a lottery ticket. Let's assume there's a lottery ticket of 10 million or 100 million US dollars or 1 billion. And there are only 100 people who can buy this. Okay? $1 billion lottery ticket, and only 100 people can buy it. And out of the 100 people who can buy, 95 are all Indian passport holders. 95. The remaining 5, take any other nationality. Now, what do you think are the chances that an Indian might most probably win it? 95%. 95% would be an Indian, because 95 people who purchase the ticket are Indians. The remaining 5 are other nationalities. This is the same thing that happens, people ask in UAE, why every time an Indian only wins a lottery ticket, why, Indians only are. In fact, there is this common joke that you go anywhere in the world, even you go to the moon, there you'll see an Indian. You'll see an Indian selling kadak chai, especially with the Arabs in UAE, they have this thing. You go to the moon also, there you'll find an Indian selling tea. Okay. The reason being is India's population is so bloody massive. In fact, when my first wife, who was from Dublin, Ireland, when I went to Clondalkin, okay, which is, I'm sure you must have never heard of that place. It's in Dublin, Ireland. Clondalkin is a village. I was shocked and surprised. In this remote village, there was an Indian. Can you believe this? In the airport, there was an Indian. Forget, in London, okay, you can get Indians. In Dublin, I thought no Indian would be there. This is almost 25 years ago. And in the village, Clondalkin, there also I found an Indian. So, in a population of 1 billion, you have, try to calculate the percentage. It's decimal point 0.00000000, then 1. Can you see? It's nearly 9 zeros, and then you get a small percentage. You can add maybe 8 zeros. Okay, just take like 8 zeros, and then you get a digit. That is a percentage of how many Indians are able to succeed. So should we be, wow, India, wow, India. Before I conclude, here's the final question that I want to give you. Fine, this guy, Parag Agrawal, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, I always get Natella, I always mix that, Natella and Natella, okay. Arvind Krishna, Shantanu Narayan, Ikish Arora, Jay Shivlal, Anjali Sur, okay, Indra Nui, fine. All these people are great. My question to you, this is my question to you, the final one. Forget all these people. What about you? What have you done? What is so great about you? What are you proud about? Why should you feel great with someone else's achievement? Where is your achievement? Where is your contribution? Where is your difference to society? We are, living in this day and age where, my relative, mine, when somebody is rich and somebody is famous, that guy, man, he is my relative, my aunts, uncles, grandmas, great-granddaughters, mother's sisters, nephews, relative. We somehow connect the dots and try to figure out, me. Why? Focus on you, na? Instead of looking at everyone and pointing me, oh, he's a piece of shit, he is this, he is that, this country is that, this. Take a mirror, look at yourself. Many people tell me, Loy, have you seen your ugly face in the mirror? My dear, right now, the video that I'm doing, I see my bloody ugly face every single day. And guess what? I don't give a fuck that I look ugly. I'm glad I look ugly. You know why? Because I look ugly, I focus on this. You see these books that are at the back, it's not bloody show. I have a whole I mean, what? I think 15 shelves, 16 shelves outside, full of books. It's not for show, it's not for display. It's because I knew that I look ugly. I had to educate myself. And it doesn't stop only with books, it continues. So my request to all the Indians who are feeling proud, India, India! Ask yourself these questions. Why is it all the talented, gifted, smart, game changers choose to leave India? Don't want to stay in India. What is it that should be done to retain this talent? How can you change the Indian mentality? How can you change the nationalistic attitude which is so sickening, where there's divide and rule, where corruption only succeeds, where people are not ready to accept their faults, and people only want to point fingers, and the worst part of all is they just want to take credit for other people's glory. The sad thing is, these people from Parag to Satya to Arvind to Sundar Pichai, and the sad thing is they have ditched and dumped the Indian passport. They have accepted the citizenship and identity of another country, which is their motherland now, and they proudly call themselves citizens of that country. So what Indian? It's like, jumping with joy when, what's her name? Kamala Harris. She's a fucking American, man. Oh, her mother was Indian. The shamelessness is so rampant in our Indian society that they will find out the great grandmother, someone from maybe 4 generations, and then they say, that is Indian. And then they will make posters and banners and statues, and they will celebrate and dance, and come on, man. So you tell me if I'm wrong. And let me see what is the solution you can offer. Here's my challenge. In the comments below, suggest a solution. Is there any? Can you change the mentality of 1 billion people? So then, that is the solution. The only solution is like what I did. Sadly, I chose, because of all these complications, Indian mentality, superstition, the fear that someone can hurt me, harm me, put me in jail, all this nonsense, this mentality. Why do you think I married a Thai girl? Why? So, unless this problem is addressed and it's sorted out, this is going to continue, and this is going to be the only thing you're going to be proud about is, yay, Indian. See, Indian in America, in Canada, in UK, in all these places. But who has left India? Who chooses not to be in India? Who doesn't have the Indian passport or the identity, but out of diplomacy, in the roots, I'm Indian. Shoots and life and happiness and current situation, I'll be American, Canadian, everything else other than Indian. Brain drain still continues. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, please feel free to let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.